Namaste everyone. This is my message, which could be like a guidance and input, advice, suggestion, or a way shower or a light at the end of the tunnel for anyone who really is looking for a way out from what the world is telling you and what you want to do. This is my message for majorly women and students. We have seen what happened with the CJP propaganda protest, the cockroach protest. The name itself is funny. And we noticed how there were five different topics that were being, protested and vocalized on the same day, be it the farmers' protest, then be it the Article 370, and then the students' requirement, and what happened in Punjab with students with paper leak. So much happened just on 20th of July. But I was observing this from a lens of reality creation, law of attraction, and manifestation. I was surprised that even myself, I fell a prey to this kind of manipulation and propaganda back in 2020 and 2021. Even I was very naive, very emotional, very moralistic, thinking that the farmers were protesting. 700 farmers died in 2021, fighting for their land, fighting for their rights. And I was in full force supporting the farmers. I have also been a part of one of the protests in my own place. And when I started investigating deeper and deeper, I came to know that even farmers' protest in 2020 and 2021 was funded. And I can tell you, I was also carried away by this. Even I felt without farmers, there will be no food. And how can we leave farmers like that? Just fighting. But when I studied this deeper, I inquired with more people. I spoke to a lot of people in different from different parts of India. I came to know, and there was a very silent admission, but and few of them did admit that most of these protests were all funded by the foreign sources. Yes, they were funded by foreign sources. And as much as I studied the patterns, it is highly, highly impossible that without funding, all this orchestration of organized chaos and mess in the public is not possible. You need funding for the food you get there, the water you get there, the pamphlets that you're holding, the placards that you're holding, for the mic, for the music system. If there is screen display, money is required for all of that, and funding has to happen. In all this, even I was carried away and fooled through this. And I will tell you from my experience, and I could place myself in the shoes of students who also felt that they were betrayed in this students' protest, who felt that they were just a pawn in the game. The good people who think, the good students who also felt that we are supporting a good cause, ended up actually harming their own future. And if I analyze this deeper and recognize the patterns, there were techniques of hypnosis, meditation, all the Vedic concepts, Vashikaran, Tantric concepts, witchcraft, so many things. All the Vedic, all the esoteric sciences like law of attraction and all this, which can be used to create a happy life, a better life, was still used to create something very harmful and disturbing for the whole society in India. It was not just about Delhi. It was the propaganda, the manipulation through videos and photos that was spreading through social media across the country. And somewhere or the other, we all got affected. It at least emotionally stressed almost all of us. And these are just foreign funded game plans. That is all that is. Even in the Rishi Munis of ancient times used to be very selective about whom to teach meditation, mudra meditation, kriya, or these Vedic sciences, these very ancient knowledge, because probably even they have experienced in their times that all this knowledge can be misused in the wrong direction. Any technology, any skill, any talent can be used for good or bad. And I'm so happy to see at the same time that the conscious Gen Z, the students, were very wise enough to see what is right and wrong. The students who truly care about their future, they studied, they did well in NEET exam. And even the other students are very observant of what is right and what is wrong. Indians are watching. And after 5 years, I can say there is so much of awakening, there's so much of awareness all over India. But there is something we need to take care of. It is about our own emotions, our mind, our focus, where our attention goes. Because these funded protests are just draining our energy and not letting India progress. And my message to women and students, start investing a bit of time on personality development, how the thought work, how reality creation works, how your words, visuals, and sound, how they create reality. Because I was noticing in one of the clips that was being circulated about Delhi protest, about this cockroach protest, I was very sharply observing that one police person raised his hand on a woman. But I got another perspective in mind. I was like, what if there was somebody else who knew how to manipulate the energy in that environment, in that area, and trick or hypnotize a policeman to hit a woman? Very much possible, isn't it? This is why learning esoteric science is important, but being very conscious of how you use it is equally necessary. The forces that are continuously affecting Indians are causing Bharat to be in constant chaos, stress, and tension. Definitely are using all these techniques to keep rest of the people, rest of the world in problems, be it UK, be it Europe. You can see what is happening in the rest of the world, the western side. This is why learning about energy, vibration, frequency matters in today's time. And be wise, be very selective who you talk to, who you listen to, and definitely see one situation from multiple angles so that you get to know what is right and wrong. And I would say one thing, I have also fallen in that trap where I felt protests are for social cause, moral causes, but no, 98% of the protests happening in any part of the world are all funded. It has to happen only if there is monetary support, otherwise there's no chance. And with this, I realized one thing, that money is an important factor, and women, students need to get super serious on focusing on their economic power and strength along with the knowledge. Share this message with whoever needs it, and let us invest our time, energy, money in things that can make us knowledgeable, revive our ancient Bharat culture, and do well in life and live a happier life. This message would reach a person when they really want to hear it out and when they want to start their personality development journey. Wishing you good luck.